is like a kingdom. In this kingdom, the queen doesn't inherit the crown. She destroys whoever she needs to get to the top.
I excel at blending in, being unknown. But what if the queen was overthrown and the only other target? Me.
How do you play the game?
When the cards are stacked against you.
If there was an Academy Award for the fastest man at the NFL Combine, Xavier Worthy would be your runaway winner. We talked to the Fresno native turned Texas Longhorn as he prepares for this year's NFL Draft. For more than 40 years, thousands of prospects have run the 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. Oh! But nobody has ever been faster than Fresno's Xavier Worthy.
It's kind of shocking, but it wasn't too shocking for me.
The Central grad turned Texas wideout ran a blistering 4.25 on his first attempt, a time so good some questioned if he should even go for a second.
When I was doing my practice 40s, my first 40 was always like 0.4 or like 0.3 slower. So I'm like, when I ran the 4.25, I'm like, okay, I ran 4.25, but like my training, I normally run faster on the second one by like 0.4 or 0.3. So I could either tie the record or break it.
Worthy would break it, running an official time of 4.21 seconds, beating John Ross's record of 4.22 set in 2017, setting the NFL world on fire in the process.
Everybody had rappers text me, former people in the league text me, people in the league text me, so it was a lot of buzz going on.
Despite all the praise, Worthy is keeping his feet on the ground.
Chip's never going to go away. I feel like once the people kind of gave me the chip on my shoulder, I feel like it will never go away. But I feel like I still have a lot to prove, and I'm not worried about proving.
A chip he credits to the last 2 years of his high school experience turned upside down by the COVID pandemic.
No senior prom, no formal, no nothing. So I feel like I had a lot of sacrifices, so I really just don't want all this to be for nothing.
The former Grizzly also feels his time in Austin prepared him for life in the NFL.
I mean, when I was looking at teams' playbook, I'm like, oh, this is the exact playbook that Texas uses. It's different words. Literally, it's just like kind of like they handed the playbook and changed the words.
With 3 years of big-time college football under his belt, Worthy has already set out lofty goals for whichever team calls his name in April's draft.
Obviously, my first goal is reaching 1,000 yards. That'll be my first goal. But overall goal is definitely being introduced in the Hall of Fame. That's my love for football, how much I care about the game.
But regardless of what new city he wears across his jersey, he won't forget the place he calls home.
If you're from Fresno, you know, like, Fresno gets overlooked a lot. I feel like we have a lot of athletes that kind of get overlooked and overshadowed. To be able to make it out and just do this and do whatever I'm doing on the big stage I am now is just huge for me.
So obviously that draft is coming up in April 25th, right here on ABC 30. So he's going to have a camp here in Fresno sometime between now and then. So we'll let you know when that does happen, and we'll be out there for it.
A new study suggests that teenagers are having a hard time putting down their phones. A nonprofit group called Common Sense Media researched phone usage among young people. It found that smartphones have become a constant companion for kids. Data shows that some teens spend as long as 16 hours a day on their phones. More than half receive more than 200 notifications a day and check their phones more than 50 times. Data also shows that nearly all teens use their phone while at school.
Kids are using their school time and even their sleep time to be scrolling through social media. In fact, 23% of these notifications arrived during school hours and 5% during sleep hours. So kids are kind of compromising those areas of life that they need to be on their phones.
According to the study, social media like Instagram and Snapchat is taking up most of kids' screen time, followed by YouTube and gaming. In particular, TikTok was used by half of the study participants for nearly 2 hours per day on average. The study also suggests that teens use their phones to help with negative feelings.
In terms of mental health, more than 2/3 of kids in the study said that they sometimes or often find it hard to stop using their devices and that they use their phones as an escape. So those are definitely things for parents to be aware of.
Some mental health experts recommend that parents set time limits for teens to help them take a break from their phones.